Last night on MasterChef Australia.
This is it. This is your last chance.
Dominic, Matthew and Joanne fought the fight of their lives in the pressure test. And for Dominic, the MasterChef journey ended.
I'm really going to miss the place and the contest itself.
Tonight, the amateur faces off against the professional.
Jonathan, today will be a battle royale.
Does he have what it takes to conquer award-winning chef Justin North's signature dish?
I think he's going to go quite well.
I think he's dreaming.
To win immunity, he'll need to impress special guest judge Donna Hay.
It's just a tiny bit messy.
I'm anxious as all hell. I'm really nervous.
Here you go, mate. Got up early this morning. How are you feeling?
Good.
If Jonathan's feeling anything how I was feeling last week, I don't envy his position. I know that when I was in this situation last week, I was really nervous, but from what I've seen of you, you're really good under pressure and you're a great cook, mate, so I think you've got a good chance today.
I've definitely got nerves. I just keep them on the inside.
But just think what you've done to actually get yourself in this position.
I won the Indian invention test. It's a light goat curry with frozen yogurt 3 ways, so saffron, cinnamon and garam masala.
But Jonathan, that is a dead set ripper dish.
My main thought is, I've been in 2 eliminations so far. Really, I'm just trying to clear my mind and not get overwhelmed by the moment, by the challenge ahead.
Jonathan, welcome to our MasterChef home. Today's your day to stamp your authority on this competition. And today's the day you possibly could change your life forever. We've never seen you in your chef whites before. What does it mean to you?
I think when I looked at it in the mirror this morning, I just thought, would this be me in my restaurant?
Jonathan, in the past, in the Celebrity Chef Challenge, the judging panel would consist of the 3 of us. That's going to change from now on. I'm going to be here in the kitchen with you. The judging panel will consist of George, Matt, and a very special guest. The new judge is a star of the Australian food scene. She's written 18 cookbooks and sold over 4 million copies. There really isn't anyone better to join our judging panel. Please welcome to the MasterChef kitchen, Donna Hay. Donna, welcome.
Thank you.
When we think of you, and we think of the books and your magazine, you've brought a very relaxed Australian style to people's tables at home. What are you going to bring to the judging panel?
As a food stylist, I'll be looking at how things are put on the plate. But what a lot of people don't know about me is that I'm a bit of a food science nerd. So apart from the food styling, I will be looking technically at the dish because I love all the molecular things about food science.
Jonathan, today will be a battle royale. Win, and you could get the sweetest prize that you can during the competition. Immunity. Your chance to avoid an elimination round that could send you home.
So the big question, who is this extraordinary chef that's standing in between you and immunity? They don't come much bigger than this. He opened his first restaurant, Bacchus, in 2001, where he achieved instant accolades. He went on to achieve 2 prestigious chef's hats. He also, in 2009, won Chef of the Year. And he is Justin North.
I'm Justin North, chef and owner of Bacchus and Etch restaurants. The key elements to me of a good dish is basically applying all the senses, getting a good amount of excitement from them all, as well as brilliant produce and fantastic technique. Absolutely beautiful, mate. Look at that. Stunning, isn't it? Fantastic. To me, the biggest mistakes that amateur cooks could make is not tasting their food. It's not a cliche, it's taste, 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 taste the whole time.
So this is how it's going to work. You're both cooking the same dish. George, Matt and Donna will taste those dishes.
Gary, obviously a blind tasting means we can't stay in the room. We'll leave Justin and Jonathan in your very capable hands.
Donna, Matt and George leave. Gary, Justin and myself go up to the table to see which dish it's going to be.
So, Justin, should we put Jonathan out of his misery and reveal the dish?
I'm anxious as all hell. I'm really nervous. I'm also excited.
Jonathan? There's a caramelised confit and roasted cutlet of suckling pig.
What are you thinking? You scared now?
I've never cooked pork. I've
Never cooked pork, never made crackling?
Never cooked pork in my life. Yeah.
It's a good one to start with, mate.
So, Justin, do you want to explain this beautiful pork dish?
OK, so you're going to be confronted with a whole suckling pig, about 10 to 12 kilo. We're going to remove the head, the shoulders, the legs. From the saddle, we're going to take off the belly, which we confit first, and then caramelise, a nice crackling, crispy skin. And then the loin, we're going to butcher, French the bones, and then caramelise that, so you've got a beautiful caramelised skin as well. Some lovely marron tail. It's a freshwater crustacea, so they live in ponds and dams, similar to a yabby. This dish, I think, is a very, very good summary of your basic skills that any chef should have, because it's got your butchery, it's got your confitting, it's got 2 different types of cookery to it, it's got some very precise flavours in there.
Let's taste.
Yep.
Run through it with us. What are you tasting?
That's not an easy dish. Clearly, the crackling on the cutlet is going to be really hard to get without overcooking the pork itself.
Right, guys, this is how it's going to work. You've got 1 hour and 45 minutes to duplicate Justin's beautiful dish. Justin, you've got 1 hour and a half. Let's go.
The first thing I do was butcher this pig. I've never cooked pig. I've never butchered a pig. I mean, the animal's huge from my point of view. I think for a lot of people, butchering an animal seems disgusting. But from my point of view, if you're going to eat meat, then you should be able to cut the meat up.
It was absolutely fascinating watching Jonathan butcher that pig.
I also knew that I had 15 minutes of justice time and I was going to use his knowledge on helping me butcher this animal properly so I could get some nice cuts of meat out.
But just hold it up and just sort of tap, tap, tap. We'll probably use more of the heel of your knife and then just tap with the heel. So the heel's just, that's it, see?
Yep.
Justin, Jonathan, you've both got 90 minutes to go. Now it's time for Justin to get stuck into the recipe. Justin, off you go.
Watching Justin is just amazing.
He's so organised and so efficient. He seems to be moving really fast, but without ever actually moving fast.
Justin started, 6 minutes go by, and he's about to overtake Jonathan.
I finished butchering the pig. After that, I've got to get my herbs and spices into the pestle and mortar to grind them up, mix them with salt, and get them onto the belly.
I watch Justin using only half of the amount of salt given to him for his pork belly, but I see Jonathan and he uses all the salt.
Justin's pork belly looked nice and clean, dusted lightly with salt and aromatics. Jonathan's was like a piece of gravlax with a mountain of salt on top.
I'm worried that that might come out a little bit salty.
It really becomes obvious what Jonathan's game plan is from the beginning. As long as he can keep up with what Justin's doing, he stands a really good chance of getting that dish plated up at the end.
I've got to keep up with Justin, so I think it's going to be really difficult.
Justin, Jonathan, you have 1 hour to go.
You're doing a great job, Jono. Come on!
The marinade is pretty straightforward. I've got to take out the digestive tract.
Yeah.
The middle section, this one?
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. And then...
Come on, baby. There you go. Then it gets fried in the pan. 1 minute on each side, turn it over, in the oven for 4 minutes with some aromatics. Garlic, thyme, that's it. All of a sudden, I've got 3 things cooking now. The marin, the pork belly, rack of pork. All these little elements that have to come together all at the same time so the dish tastes great. 20 minutes to go, you know what, and I'm watching what Justin's doing. I've just turned my speed up because, quite frankly, I'm going to catch him now.
Jonathan's kept up with Justin. He's 30 seconds behind, so I think he's going to go quite well.
Jonathan? Yep, love your strategy. It's good that you keep throwing an eye backwards, so remember there is something to do in front of you as well, so stay concentrated.
I'm watching Jonathan making sure that he's keeping up with Justin, but Justin's pan is a lot lower in heat and Jonathan's is up fairly high.
I look over to the pork and the pork has started burning on the top. Oh, yeah.
Shit. How are you going, Jonathan?
I think I've just nearly burnt my pork skin.
Where is it? Try just scraping it, as it's quite crispy here. Yeah. My advice to him was to scrape that off, a little bit like when you burn a toast in the morning. Did it come up okay?
Yeah, it did actually. It's a nice brown colour.
All right.
I think
it's your decision, because it's 15 minutes to go, so you've probably got time to put another one on if you feel you want to.
I think he's dreaming. Like, maybe he had enough time.
Justin, Jonathan, we're down to the wire. You have 5 minutes to go.
Jonathan's starting to get really frantic. He's trying to peel his marin tail over the bin, which is really not a good idea.
All of a sudden, I nearly dropped it into the bin. That would have been crazy.
Jonathan, Justin, you have 1 minute to go.
Let's go!
Although I was going hard at it for the whole challenge, I knew that I really had to just keep going. And I kicked it into turbo. I wanted to finish this, I wanted to plate it up, and I wanted to make everyone proud. I wanted to make myself proud.
You have 10 seconds to go. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Your time's up. Jonathan.
I've got everything on the plate. Doesn't look as pretty. Hasn't got quite the finesse of plating. But you know what? I was stoked. It's now time to find out what the judges thought. My plate's going to be plate 1.
Donna, you really are one of the gurus of plating in Australia. How do you think that dish looks?
Well, the high points for me would be actually the 3 elements together sitting on the dish. They're quite well connected. Just overall, it's just a tiny bit messy.
Well, enough for looking. Let's do some eating.
We shall.
That is a wonderfully balanced dish. The pork chop is incredibly tender. The flesh is very tender. And I love that really good porky jus around the outside. That's a delicious combination.
The belly is cooked beautifully. The only problem is it's salty on the top. For me, I don't really like it.
I mean, there's a lot to get on the plate. I can't imagine how busy the kitchen was.
I think, guys, it's time to score. Shall we taste the next plate?
Donna, do you like that plating?
I do. It's much more to my liking. It's really neat.
But at the end of the day, it comes down to the taste. Shall we?
Yes. I'm going to say almost mildly prefer the first cutlet. Yours looks a little bit over, I've got to say, Donna.
Well, compared to dish number 1, where the meat actually just melted in your mouth, and it had that lovely milkiness that suckling pig does, this was definitely something you had to chew.
I think I got the best cutlet because my cutlet's actually a little bit more juicier, but I had a beautiful crispy skin on top. And what's beautiful is that that bone is just, you know, you take that home. Like, that's a souvenir.
Those flavours are absolutely spot on. I think that's one of the secrets of the dish, is that combination of the milkiness of that suckling pig, that slight sort of aqua milkiness of the marron and the milkiness of that puree. They kind of all work together.
Beautiful.
Guys, let's score plate 2. We've tasted both dishes, we've scored them. The question is, has Jonathan won immunity? Let's go and find out.
Judges, welcome back. You've tasted 2 versions of Justin North's beautiful suckling pork dish. George, Matt, Donna, I can now reveal that dish 1 belonged to Jonathan. Jonathan, of course, if you win today, you win that all-important immunity that you can use at your discretion to avoid elimination. Donna?
I gave plate number 1 7 out of 10. My first impressions of the dish was that it was plated with just a little bit of naivety. It was a little bit messy, but overall the flavours of the dish were immaculate. My cutlet was sensational.
Matt, would you like to reveal your score for Jonathan's dish?
7 out of 10.
So time for the final score for Jonathan's dish. George?
7 out of 10. Hey, you know, the belly was a little bit salty, but wow. I can't believe he even got past breaking down that suckling pig.
Justin, 21 to beat. It's time to find out what the judges scored your dish. Donna?
Justin, I gave your dish 8 out of 10.
Thank you.
When the plate came out, every single piece of food on that plate was a food stylist dream. The cutlet, the belly, everything, it just said Justin North precision to me. It was beautiful. Unfortunately, my cutlet was just a little bit dry, so that was the only downside to the dish, but everything else on the plate tasted wonderful.
Thank you.
All right, time to find out what Matt scored plate number 2.
Justin, I scored your dish 9 out of 10.
I scored 9 out of 10.
Congratulations to Justin North. You've won today's Celebrity Chef Challenge.
Thank you very much.
Jonathan, when you were looking at Justin behind you and keeping up with him, was there a sense of pleasure there?
It was. The pace at which Justin works is truly extraordinary. And if we are meant to be working at that pace, we've got a long way to go.
Justin North, thank you again.
Yeah, I've really enjoyed the time in the MasterChef kitchen today. I feel, I suppose, doubly blessed that I was able to win the competition and help Jonathan along the way, so it felt good.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. It would have been great to have won the immunity. But you know what? I've just cooked next to Justin North, and I'm not going to sleep tonight. I'm buzzing.
Tomorrow night on MasterChef Australia.
You're about to embark on the French Team Challenge.
It's a race against the clock as 2 teams prepare a 3-course menu.
You're going to have to work really quickly.
Mentoring them, the godfather of French cuisine in Australia, Tony Bilson.
We're here to win, guys.
And French culinary legend, Michelle Roux.
Let's light up the stove. How much more French can you get?
Come on, guys, let's go. I just don't even know how we're going to get it done.
Let's go, come on.
I thought it was a disaster.
To avoid elimination, they'll need to impress world-renowned chefs Guillaume Brahimi and Tetsuya.
I am really, really nervous, that's for sure.